weren't both fighters, absolutely. I could see myself being friends with him in a different life. But when you both know that you are, there is even the smallest possibility that at some point we may fight, a friendship can never be formed. And even though, when I met him in that gym 10, 12 years ago, I don't know how many years ago it was, I was obviously cool with him. We shook hands, we spoke, we would have spoken, but I can't.
Absolutely. Here's a rewritten version with a sharp, dramatic tone while keeping the intensity and key points. Chris Eubank Jr. just dropped a bombshell, and it changes everything we thought we knew about his rivalry with Conor Benn in a stunning revelation. Eubank admitted that when they first met in the gym years ago, he actually saw the potential for friendship. But he shut it down immediately. Why? Because even back then, Eubank saw what others didn't. A collision course was inevitable. War was coming, and he chose it early. No handshakes. No smiles. No bonds to break when the gloves came off. While Ben may have seen a fellow fighter, Eubank saw an opponent in waiting, and refused to let emotion blur the lines of battle. That cold, calculated decision planted the seed for one of the fiercest rivalries in modern boxing. Pride, legacy, and everything in between is now on the line. Will Eubank's ice-cold focus be the edge he needs? Or will Conor Benn break through the wall and flip the script? This isn't just personal anymore. This is war.
He had too much to do and too much to prove. But he's done it. He's an undefeated fighter now. He has a fan base, a big fan base in boxing. So now the fight makes sense. Now the fight is being demanded by...
Absolutely. Here's a sharper, more intense rewrite that keeps the energy high and builds anticipation. Eubank Jr. isn't holding back ***. He's made it clear. Now is the time. Because before, Conor Benn simply wasn't ready. Too raw. Too many questions. Too much noise about whether he even deserved to share the ring. But that's all changed. Ben's stayed unbeaten. Shut down the doubters. Built a fan base that's lit up the boxing world. The demand isn't just real. It's electric ***. This isn't just a fight. It's a spectacle. A moment. A mega event the world had to witness. Eubank's a veteran of the game. He knows timing is everything. And now that Ben has finally earned his spot, the stakes are sky high. No more excuses. No more question marks. Just two elite warriors on a collision course. But here's the twist. Has Ben's rise truly prepared him for this moment? Or is Eubank about to punch through the hype and drag him back to reality ***. The countdown has begun ***. Smash that like button if you're locked in. And drop your predictions in the comments. This one isn't just a fight. ***, it's a reckoning ***.
I think Chris is leaps and bounds ahead of Conor. His experience, the guys he's been in with, take away the weight, because Chris is obviously going to be disadvantaged in there with the weight as well. But just ability, boxing skill set is on a completely different level.
Conor Eubank isn't pulling any punches. He's calling it exactly how he sees it. In his view, Chris Eubank Jr. isn't just better than Conor Benn. He's operating in a whole different league. This isn't just a matter of size or strength. While most people focus on the weight difference, Harlem points to the real gap: experience, ring IQ, and elite-level composure. Chris has faced top-tier opponents, been battle-tested, and proven he can handle the pressure. Conor, despite his explosive power and aggressive style, hasn't yet been in deep waters. Yes, Chris will be cutting weight, but Harlem's not worried. He believes the mental edge, the skill difference, and Eubank Jr.'s ability to adapt in the heat of the moment will give him the upper hand. For Harlem, it's not about raw power. It's about who can think clearly in the chaos, adjust on the fly, and stay composed when the stakes are highest. And to him, there's no doubt. Chris Eubank Jr. is on another level, and when the bell rings, he's going to show it.
I think with this is purely business. This is purely business. I don't think he quite likes him very much, but I'm telling you now, it's a good thing that Conor's in Spain. Because imagine them two bumping into each other on London High Street on a Sunday afternoon.
We don't need that, do we?
No one needs that, no one wants it, but it's inevitable. So you literally have to navigate your way through these camps and keep these two boys away from each other, because
keep the lid on.
I've been there with this kind of animosity, and I've been there with this kind of domestic rivalry. It eats away at you. It's not nice. No. It literally eats away at you. It's on your mind daily, and you just, it gets to it.
Tony Bellew isn't holding back when it comes to the fiery rivalry between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. For Bellew, this clash goes way beyond titles, rankings, or pay-per-view hype. It's deeply personal, raw, and emotionally charged. He's made it clear that the tension between these two has been simmering for years, and there's absolutely no love lost. This isn't just your typical boxing grudge. Bellew describes it as something far more intense, genuine animosity that can't be faked and won't just disappear after the final bell. He even issues a stark warning. If these two happen to run into each other outside the ring, things could spiral out of control. That's how real the hatred is. But Bellew doesn't stop there. He dives into the psychological side of such rivalries, speaking from experience. He knows just how corrosive a personal vendetta can be. It chips away at a fighter's focus, patience, and composure. And when that emotional weight finally erupts in the ring, it's no longer just a fight. It's a war. Bellew isn't expecting a technical chess match. He's bracing for a brutal showdown powered by pride, ego, and unresolved fury. The only question now is, can Eubank Jr. and Benn hold it together until fight night? Or will this grudge boil over before the bell even rings?
There's no honour in smacking someone with an egg. Shouldn't have happened.
How do you think the fight's going to play out?
I'm backing Conor Benn. I know Conor. I spoke to him a few times. Always been a top bloke to me. His dad's a top bloke. His dad's a legend. And I'll be backing him. But it's going to be difficult, as he's already alluded to, the two weight divisions coming up. But it'll also be difficult for Eubank to stay within that hydration clause, I think it is. So it's all to play.
Meanwhile, Johnny Fisher isn't staying quiet. He's all in on Conor Benn. But this isn't just blind loyalty. His support comes with conviction, grounded in what he's seen firsthand. To Fisher, Benn isn't just riding on a famous last name. He's a legacy fighter forging his own path, fueled by grit, determination, and a burning need to prove himself. They've had real, meaningful conversations. Not just surface-level chat, but deep talks that revealed Benn's obsession with greatness. Fisher's witnessed the mindset, the relentless work ethic, and most importantly, the heart. Still, Fisher isn't sugarcoating the challenge ahead. He knows this fight is a beast. Benn's jumping up 2 full weight divisions, a bold, high-risk move by any standard. While the spotlight shines on Benn's leap, Fisher flips the narrative and raises a critical question. Can Chris Eubank Jr. handle the pressure of the hydration clause? That, he says, is the real X factor, the potential game changer that could break Eubank down, mentally and physically. To Fisher, this isn't just a grudge match. It's a legacy-defining showdown. Benn brings the fire, the hunger, and raw intensity, but the looming question is whether that's enough to overcome Eubank's size, experience, and composure. Everything's on the line. Who crumbles? Who rises? One thing's certain, the storm is coming, and when the dust settles, only one will be left standing.
Yeah, I think the difficulty for Conor Benn in this fight is the weight and is the size. I think he's a better fighter. And I think at a natural weight class, he's a big favourite in the fight. But coming up 2 weight classes, it makes it a 50-50 fight. And
on the other side, Eddie Hearn isn't mincing words. He's sounding the alarm, and he means every bit of it. In his view, Conor Benn is stepping into a nightmare matchup, and it has nothing to do with skill. The real threat: size. Pure, overwhelming size. Jumping up 2 weight divisions isn't just a bold move. It's a dangerous one that flips the entire fight dynamic on its head. At his natural weight, Ben might have entered as the favorite. But now, it's a high-stakes gamble. Eubank Jr. isn't just the bigger man. He hits harder, carries his weight with power, and can absorb punishment at a level Ben has never faced. And it doesn't stop there. The physicality, the stamina, the sheer size, it all tips the scales in Eubank's favor. Ben won't have the same sting behind his punches, and he won't be fighting on level ground. One wrong move, one miscalculated exchange, and it could all be over in seconds. Make no mistake, this isn't just a fight, it's an all-out war. Both men are packing serious power, and the second a clean shot lands, the entire night could change. The only question now is whether Ben can rise above the odds, or if the jump in weight will sap his strength and leave him exposed. This bout is a ticking time bomb, and once it goes off, there's no turning back. The countdown has begun.
I watched Nigel Benn's fights and Conor Benn's fights in his career so far to realise he's going to set about him from the first.
Eddie Hearn isn't sugarcoating a thing. He's sounding the alarm, and he's deadly serious. In his eyes, Conor Benn is stepping into a nightmare matchup, and the danger has nothing to do with talent. It's all about size. Jumping up 2 weight classes isn't just bold. It's potentially reckless. At his natural weight, Ben might have been the favorite. But now, it's a roll of the dice. Chris Eubank Jr. isn't just the bigger man. He hits harder, carries serious physicality, and can take punishment Ben has never delivered before. The size, the stamina, the strength, it all swings in Eubank's favor. Ben's power won't carry the same bite, and the playing field won't be level. One mistake, one misstep, and this fight could end in a flash. Make no mistake. This isn't just a fight, it's a war. Both men have serious firepower, and when the first clean shot lands, chaos is inevitable. The real question, can Ben overcome the weight disadvantage, or will it sap his strength and leave him exposed to a devastating finish? This bout is a ticking time bomb, and the clock is winding down. And then there's Kieran. He's not holding back either. He calls Conor Benn a storm. Pure aggression, relentless pressure. Fire from the opening bell. It's not boxing. It's war, he says. Ben doesn't wait. He charges, just like his father did before him. But will that fire be enough against someone bigger, stronger, and more composed like Eubank Jr.? Ben's all-out, high-octane style is thrilling, but it's also a risk. It can overwhelm opponents or leave him wide open. Against Eubank, who brings size, durability, and patience, Ben can't rely on instinct alone. He needs control. He needs precision. He needs a plan. Because in a fight this personal, the difference won't just be who hits harder. It'll be who keeps their head when the storm hits.
No, not yet. I need to see what he looks like on the scales. If there was no rehydration clause, I would pick Eubank, but I need to see what he looks like on the scales first, and then with the rehydration clause, and he already looks bad.